The words had been shallow, the understanding much deeper. She stares ahead as new meanings come to her mind, as the nature of things becomes clearer than she could have ever anticipated. Without understanding the mechanism of how she learns it, she learns. Val has put it there, she knows, and she can't decide whether it scares her more or less than the nature of her world. She knows the end is coming now, by the swift hand of a mad god or the god of that god. The truth of it, of all of it, is in her head now, carved indelibly as though chiseled in stone, and Selwyn can see it now for what it is, a story, with a beginning, a middle, and a looming, tremendous end. She is paralyzed by the burden of what to do with this information, now that she has it. So was Bashaba. So was I, for a time. But one way or another, the story is ending. She holds tight with both hands, grits her teeth, and moves toward it. Later she will wonder if she moved because she chose to move, or because it was chosen for her. Later still, she will wonder if there was ever a difference. Nyla?
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. We forgot about her.
Pull up my fucking character sheet for poor Nyla.
Nyla, you have been in Elysium for quite some time now, although you don't have a very accurate judge of specifically how much time, because time in Elysium doesn't quite pass normally. Like, in your head, you know that it's been several weeks now, and therefore it follows that you must have been dead for quite some time, but like, when you look back over the time you've spent in Elysium, you don't recall, like, sleeping or, like, the days changing at all. Like, it's always been, like, a really nice, sunny, about 76 degrees outside.
Okay.
How have you been spending the bulk of your time?
Oh, I'm, like, spying on people nonstop.
Yeah, I figured it was something along that line. So you've been looking into the mirror of the wilds.
Yeah.
And snooping.
I occasionally took a break to see if I could steal something, but then it's like nobody owned anything. So.
Yeah, it's a communist utopia in Elysium where no one owns anything.
It's the word. It's actually my literal hell.
But otherwise, it's very comfortable, and there are tons of animals that just want to be pet by you.
That is really cute.
That's like one of the unexpected pluses of being in Elysium. So you have been caught mostly up to date on everything that's been happening down in the prime-material plane. And not long after you see Ariazis make this bargain with Shemeshka, you hear familiar hoofsteps coming up from behind you. And you recognize when you turn around the goddess Myliki, who is approaching you from behind, and she says, Nyla, you know it's almost time, right?
I don't... Almost time for what?
Well, almost time for you to return to the prime-material plane.
I get to go back? I thought that was kind of up in the air.
Why do you think I was taking you here instead of letting your soul linger in limbo? You were always meant to be taken back to your friends, and now that it seems... She kind of gestures her head down to the mirror. Now that it seems like they're about to free their cleric, it shouldn't be too much longer before you're brought back.
I don't know if I want to go.
Why don't you want to go?
Well, I'm really attached. This fox, look, he's real cute. He needs me.
You can take the fox.
I can take what?
If you want to. I mean,
this is Amber. What?
Sure. I mean, none of the animals here really exist in the traditional sense. They're mostly spirits of animals that have passed on. But if you want, I could manifest that spirit into a small figurine or something for you to take with you.
Oh my god. Oh my god, yes.
To be clear, do you want the mom fox or one of the baby foxes?
The babies.
Okay, so just so you know, like, it will be mechanically useless.
That's fine.
Wait, it's for hoarding purposes.
Am I killing the fox? It's not gonna die.
No, it's already dead. It's a spirit of a fox.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
What she's offering you is a small magical artifact with the fox soul attached to it that you can summon at will.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't planning on doing this, but sure, you have a small, let's call it,
oh my God,
silver figurine of a fox with a spirit attached to it. And mechanically, I'm sure there's a fox somewhere in the monster manual. It won't be very useful because it is both a spirit and a baby. So, like, the fuck is it going to do for you in battle? Nibble on your enemies?
It's Nyla's emotional spirit support animal.
Exactly.
This is my emotional support fox.
My ESA, right. It helps me get on planes.
You have to let him on the plane with me.
Right.
Exactly what I would. No, I think, I turn back to her and I go, my lady, thank you. This will be amazing to remember my time here. It's been, well, I mean, you can't steal anything. That kind of sucks. But aside from that, it's been great.
It's like, well, I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself. I mean, I guess. She says, I hope that we've made this transition a little easier on you, and I hope that when you are finally called back to the Primaterial Plane, things are not too different from the way you left.
Well, I don't know. I've been watching in that mirror, and
yeah, it seems like some shit is going down there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say my boy Sal and I are gonna have some talks.
Yeah, he seems like he's in a bad place right now, huh?
No, he's not great, not doing good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, her horn glows golden, and she manifests a small silver figurine of a fox in your outstretched palm, and now you have another animal companion. It's just the last one worked out really well.
Fine.
I'm gonna get a zoo, is what's gonna happen.
You already have a raven that you never use, so why not have a fox that you never use?
I totally used my raven.
You used it once, maybe.
One time, yeah.
It was once. But
Ariazis, I assume at some point you have shaken all of your compatriots awake and filled them in on Shemeshka, who's here now. Mm-hmm. Like, the minute Sal wakes up, like, you go, like, here's how I imagine this playing out. Like, you go and you shake Drist awake, and Drist wakes up and is like, what the fuck is this jackal lady doing here? And then you go and you shake Salvador awake, and Salvador's like, what's going on? Oh my god! Ah! Ah! He's like whipping his swords. I'm like, I'll fucking stab you in the head!
Ah! And everybody else wakes up.
I'm down.
Do you want me to break your knees for you?
I can explain, and the quickest way to do that is no, because she's part of the party now.
What?
Yeah. Why are there so many whats? How many of you are there?
Shemeshka,
some random traveler pops up from behind a tent, like, what?
Yeah,
who are you? Get the fuck out!
Who are you? Get out of our camp. Yeah.
I turn to look at Selwyn and Sal, and I'm like, did your friend get kidnapped?
To be determined.
Ariazis?
Yes, my dear.
Shemeshka in the back, like, well, don't follow yourselves to greet me all at once.
All right. Now that everybody is
I'm fine, thank you. Since you didn't ask.
That's disappointing news. That's so disappointing. If only you weren't.
All right. Can everybody please just shut the fuck up?
Selwyn glares.
Ember looks surprised. He's never had someone tell him to shut the fuck up before.
That's a lie. Basha has
Escher has definitely said it too.
That's true. Escher
right.
No one outside his immediate family.
She turns to Selwyn, and I know what this looks like.
It looks like a really bad decision.
You know, I wasn't even talking to you, Sal, but it's not. I know it looks like a bad decision, and I'm not so stupid that I trust her again. But then she turns to Ember, and she offers Escher's freedom in exchange for her safety. Isn't that the whole reason you're with us? Because you want your husband back?
Of course it is.
Okay, well, it's good to know that you're not concerned about the fate of the world, either, but duly noted.
Yeah, Selwyn just looks gobsmacked.
And then
one problem at a time.
Right, exactly. After she says that to Ember, she turns to Sal and Selwyn and is like, it's she's also going to give us information. Otherwise, I wouldn't have accepted. Do you think that I would forgive her? Oh no! Trust her! I will never trust her again. Shemeshka excels at one thing, and that's making deals that benefit her.
Oh, I thought you didn't care anymore. That's so sweet.
I don't care, but the fact that she even asked for help, if you knew her at all, she only cares about herself, so
That
she
is
must
true.
be desperate.
That's true. That is 100% accurate.
Mm-hmm.
My limited knowledge of her, yeah.
Right, and we, as much as I hate to have her here, you all know that, we need her knowledge. That's... My feelings about this whole thing are not important when the fate of the world is at balance.
Salvador kind of looks nervously at all his other companions like, thoughts?
Selwyn just looks murderous, but I mean,
Murderous at who, specifically?
oh, Shemeshka.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit at Ariazi's, a little bit?
Tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit at
A little hint of
Ariazi's.
betrayal there.
I mean, I never thought I would say this, but I mean, I guess welcome to the sly bitch to the party.
Shemeshka says, well, I suppose that's about the best I can expect, huh?
It really is.
Drist, meanwhile, is like, okay, well, she's
Like,
clearly an Arcanoloth, which means, in general, I don't trust her, but, you know, I'll defer to your judgment. You seem to have experience with her.
That's a word for it, yeah.
I mean, we do know from history, like, she sticks to her deals once she makes them, right? She's not a double crosser.
That's
Yeah,
true.
she twists them.
She
I
does.
mean,
She
it's
does
very-
twist them. She holds to the letter of her deals.
Yeah.
It's a
like
compulsion
fairy
of her
thing.
being a demon.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
she
I mean,
makes a
she's
deal,
like-
she has to stick to it.
So we just need to be clear and upfront about, exactly the terms of what we're doing here.
Exactly. And
She says, yes, I've already made an offer to Ari over here about what precisely I'm willing to offer you. But since we're all assembled now, I'll go over it. She sort of ticks things off on the fingers of her... She's paws her fingers, I guess, kind of.
Yeah.
Like,
They have phalanges, I think.
there we go.
they do
Perfect.
technically have, like, finger bones, so...
Mhm.
Whatever. Oh my god, who cares? She starts ticking things off. She says, I will free your little cleric thing from the collar that I made for it.
My
I'll-
husband.
Yeah,
My husband, yeah.
sure, if you say so. I will also tell you the full scope and the movements of Bishaba's army. I will give you any intel on the upper echelons of her command system. Let's see, what else? She starts tapping her finger against her throat. Oh, I can teleport us out of here if you don't want to stay in this frozen wasteland for too much longer.
I mean, that's something. But what are we doing for you in return? Exactly. Let's just spell it all out here.
Oh, you're not letting Bishaba get anywhere near me when she finds out I'm betraying her.
To the best of our abilities.
Fine, then I'll only help you to the best of my abilities.
I'm just saying, like, we're fighting a literal goddess.
That sounds like a whole
Shit
lot of
can
your
happen.
problem.
Ariazi is gonna reach out for Selwyn, I know it's a lot, but we do need her. I hate saying that in the same sentence, but need and Shemeshka did.
Can I? And Salvador, raises his hand in the back like a fucking schoolboy.
Right.
Can I offer one addendum to this deal? Just because I feel like it's important. And Shemeshka sort of oh, well, I'm listening. Says, can, at some point, before we part ways, Ariazis punch you in some unspecified part of your body and yell at you for no longer than 3 minutes.
Oh, can I do that too?
Can Ember do that too?
Are we lining up?
Okay, let's try to. We won't kill. No, we need to focus. Okay, she won't agree to it if we all punch her, so it's got to be just the one she's hurt the most. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Fine.
Does that sound good to you, Ariasi? Does that take the edge off it a little bit?
Ariazi looks a little bit touched, like she didn't expect that. She's like, "Thank you, Sal, but I highly doubt she'd agree to that." She knows that if she tried anything,
She interjects
I would do
as
that
you're
anyway.
speaking. I agree to it. She says,
Ariazis looks like really shocked between the two of them, like, oh, okay.
she says, perhaps you don't understand the full breadth of the situation that I'm in here, Ari. She says, I have seen Bashaba do things that have cemented my view that she is absolutely out of her fucking mind. She is going to destroy every single plane in this multiverse, and she is going to take every single living creature down with her. She has vague promises about she, waves one paw, dismissively, some world beyond the veil, but I'm not convinced she has the necessary power to reach it. She is going to kill every single living thing and destroy every single plane, and I don't like that. All my stuff is here.
That does sound like...
Also, I am one of the living things on this plane. So...
Oh, that's true. I always forget that, you are.
It is self-preservation, mostly.
Yeah.
All
All right,
to be the convincing argument here.
Right. So, anybody else have any addendums to the deal?
We get to yell at you the entire time.
Oh, of course.
Shemeshka's like, ugh, fine. Can't promise I'll be hurt by it or anything. It's not like I'm some shrinking violet here.
That requires a heart.
I agree with most of the things you say about me is the only problem.
I just don't care. Yeah, that checks out.
She's like, okay, well that sounds pretty good. You tell us about Bashaba's plans, the upper echelons of her command system, her army, what you saw beyond the veil, and
teleport us out of here.
Teleport us out of here. Ariazis can hit you in the face, and we all get to yell obscenities at you the entire time.
And in return, we do what we can.
Oh, and letting Escher out.
Right,
Yes, that mostly.
Yeah, mostly that one. And Shemeshka says, yes, I agree to the terms, if these are what you will lay out before me.
Excellent. Ari, you're gonna, shake her hand or something?
Oh, I'd rather not touch her.
Don't
Yeah, and
call
then
her that.
yeah, she turns around. She's like, "Do not fucking call me Ari."
Yeah, only I can call her Ari.
No, even
no.
you can't.
Not even, especially you know.
Oh, I'd like to see you try to stop me, but okay.
Okay, I think we're getting away from the point here.
We are. Ariazi's like, ugh.
She says, you know how the deals work, Ari. Once you agree to it, it's a bond. I'll keep my end, you keep your end.
Agreed.
Agreed, everyone?
Agreed. Give her
Just
my
in the
husband
back,
back.
like, yeah, sure, okay. I don't understand.
A growl and a nod is the best you're going to get out of Selwyn.
She says, fine. What would you like to know first, then?
How you're gonna free my husband?
Oh, it's actually a very simple counter-enchantment that I designed specifically for that caller. As soon as I see him in person, I'll be able to do it.
Okay.
Where is he, anyway?
He's at the...
He was
Where
dropped
fucking my
off
notes?
somewhere.
Oh,
I don't.
man.
The big, tall.
It was 3 months ago.
we
No
sent
one...
him-
right.
It was
We
the
sent him
Spires of
back
the
to
Morning in
Glade.
Neverwinter.
Yeah, oh shit, that's
It
what
was the Spires of the Morning in Neverwinter, which is where you
God
sent
damn it.
him.
I was like, I'm trying to go through my notes, but there's so many notes.
For anyone who's like, it's like, wow, this is embarrassing. I know, the last session was a month ago. Cut them some slack.
Yep. It
My
was a
knee
while ago.
is mostly gone. Cut me some slack.
She says, so that's that part of the bargain. Which part would you like to move to next? I'd like to get my end over with as much as possible.
We need to interrogate her about everything she knows.
I mean, right here in the camp, do we have to... I was going to ask if
no.
there's anything else we needed to do while we were here.
Yeah, I guess we should get out of here.
It might be a little safer to interrogate her out here, where definitely no one's gonna overhear us.
That's true. Who would want to come out in this? She gestures to all the snow.
It is an awful hellscape, that's true. Alright, where do we want to start?
Well, do we want to know about the army first?
Yeah,
Or
let's
about
talk
what
about that.
she saw?
About 20,000.
Oh.
And that's not counting the army of, whatever those constructs Drulana Nightlock has been making. You remember those, right?
Yep. How could we forget?
Back when Bashaba went a little bit crazy and stopped giving her warlocks and clerics and paladins magical abilities, she got really good at making constructs, and then she just kept making constructs, and now there's about 200 near indestructible robotic killing machines that are waiting for that. The 20,000 also includes the armies of Lord Porter, Duke Ardwin Porter of Baldur's Gate, for whom he is working for her. I assume you figured that out by now, unless you're a lot stupider than I thought you were.
We did, yes.
So yeah, all in all, about 20,000, and then 200 unstoppable killer robots. Which is, it should be noted, like, the army that you guys have assembling, a conservative estimate puts your forces at around maybe 8,000.
So, 20,000, and what's her plan to move? What she's moving on with this army?
Well, right now she's on a sort of unstoppable campaign of destruction across most of northern Faerun. I assume you heard about her conquest in Silverymoon.
We did.
Yeah, that was mostly vindictive against you, whatever the squirrely one is. Salvador's like me? No, the other squirrely one. Oh, Selwyn. She'll probably go after a few more hometowns, if I had to imagine.
Excellent. Well, she already destroyed mine, so, you know.
Yeah, that was also entirely deliberate. It's not so much a conquest thing for her as it is deliberately provoking all of you.
So, who's got a hometown up there, too? Amongst the group of us?
Well, let's see. She already attacked the Anaran Glade.
Mm-hmm.
You managed to fight that off, mostly. Silverymoon, which has been completely eradicated because there was no one there. There's the River Chiantar, the little village, the hamlet, the halfling village along the river.
No.
I'm already dead. What is...
It don't matter.
Nyla's dead, but Amber's not dead.
Okay, so I guess, yes, that's...
And then the only other possible target could be Baldur's Gate or Neverwinter, but they probably won't attack Baldur's Gate, because that's where Porter lives.
Yeah.
Neverwinter, probably.
Okay, so... We gotta figure that out.
She says, I would recommend acting quickly. I think that would probably be in the best interest. I've been watching you. She says, oh, by the way, I probably should have mentioned this before. I've been spying on you since you first got into the fortress. And I noticed that, you set up a little trap for Lord Porter to stumble into, correct? You sent him a missive that will get him to the fortress earlier.
That was
Your
the
point.
plan, yes.
I think that is a good idea. I think you should follow through on that. The minute he gets close enough to the fortress, take him by surprise, attack him right there, take out with a faction of his army, and try to get to that whatever it is they're digging out.
So maybe if we take him down, we can... Because if his army's leaderless, they may not want to join.
Lord Porter's forces account for about a quarter of Bashaba's total fighting force. It would cripple her pretty significantly if you could best him in battle without the aid of the demon army.
Well, if that happens, we have to do that now. Like,
Yes, pretty soon, yeah. You have been gathering an army of some kind, I hope.
That was the plan, yes.
More or less.
Well, I hope it's a big one.
We sent off the big green one. Whatever their name is, I don't really care.
Bakanawa.
That one, sure. Bakongin, yeah, So whenever Big and Green gets back, maybe there'll be some good news.
Do they know to meet up with us here, or do we have to go back somewhere to...
You agreed that you would meet in Neverwinter.
Okay, so...
Along with Elminster.
Okay.
Right.
So
How do we get an army from Neverwinter to here?
Marching.
Quickly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
There's not an easy way to move, 8,000 people.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, all spells that we know of are only 8 people holding hands. I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
We
fair
gotta
enough.
move. The old-fashioned way, via horse and feet.
Well, that's the worst thing I've ever heard of.
Ember's like, what? What? I've been a paladin this whole time for nothing.
This is how we get around,
Uh,
walking from one place to the other.
Any other follow-up questions regarding her forces or her command structure that I can answer for you?
Well, so we've got 3 main commanders: Bashaba, Lord Porter, and Strelana Nightlock.
Baphomet used to be one, but then, you took care of that. Good job with that, by the way. I hear there was only 2 casualties. You were going for 1 casualty, but, still, well done. Sounds like, I hate her. I hate you. Hey, you suck.
Right. Ariazi's just like
Yeah.
glares like
Just like all around very fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shemeshka just has this big shit-eating grin and thumbs up
Right.
like, yeah. It says, yes, those are the three primary commanders. You know where Lord Porter is. I will say Drulana Lightnock is nearly as fucking batty as Baphomet and Bashaba ever were. Don't know where she is. Can't trust her.
great.
So you said
Another
nearly impossible to defeat the constructs. What might their weaknesses be? How might we?
Well, I can tell you right now, they're about 15 feet tall and forged from pure iron, magically animated. I wouldn't advise using fire against them. They like fire. They were forged in fire. It's only going to assist them.
Okay.
Like
That
most
makes
constructs, they are vulnerable to sound damage. Rattles all their little bits and bobs, you understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many constructs is with Lord Porter's army, roughly? Do we know?
With Lord Porter, none. Most of the
Okay.
constructs are trailing the larger force, mostly of demons.
Oh, that's going to be mostly humans then, so that should be fine.
Yeah, 'cause we need to focus on one problem at a time here. So the first step is we got to take Porter's people out.
Mm.
Yes, that would be advisable. And like I said, I can teleport you out of here to wherever it is you were going to meet your stupid little friends.
Is it strictly necessary to just okay?
Ariazi's like, yeah, I agree. That big green one is pretty stupid. I don't like them.
Just because they
I like Baku.
nerd with Solway.
Baku's somewhere else. Achoo! Sneezes like, what? Is someone talking shit about me? Always, buddy, always.
I forgot how much Ariazi's hated them just because they got along with nerdery.
Yeah, she's real petty, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
And like, ostensibly now she's in like a polyamorous triad, but that does not seem to have changed. Like, anything.
So are they doing like a 3-pronged thing? Like, is there a different like fronts that we got going on here, or?
So far as I can tell, the army is split into two factions. About a fourth of them are with Lord Porter. He's commanding them, trying to get into the whatever it is they have down there. I honestly wasn't paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are it's a huge sweep across Faerun, just wreaking havoc and destruction wherever they can, you know.
Mm.
We are gonna have
I-
to split things. We're gonna have to split this up.
Yeah, I'm very worried about this other person, this Nightlock, who is apparently crazy, just like, or as crazy, almost as crazy
Mad
as
as a
Bashaba.
hatter.
That's worrying.
Mad as a hatter.
That's very worrying. And she's got a whole bunch of constructs with her, right?
She does, yes.
Yes, she's making them. That's very unsettling.
Excellent. Okay. What? Do you know anything about Taiki?
Taike? The goddess? Or what used to be the goddess?
Yes, that one.
Yes. Well, I know a little bit about her. That was back before the Dawn Cataclysm. There was the single goddess Taike, the goddess of fortune. And then, a couple of gods bollocks things up for everyone else. And among other problems that were created, the goddess Taike split into Bishaba and Timora, the goddess of bad luck and good luck respectively. Why?
Well, we need Timora.
Oh.
Or
Well, I don't. She's not on my usual call list. And
Really?
in the back, Drist has his arms crossed. He says, "I could probably get to her, or at least have a message sent to her."
What?
what?
Didn't
I
think that
mean,
was-
it was your idea. You could have said that sooner.
Did I not? Sorry. I'm in pretty good with the goddess Myliki. She's pretty close with Timora. I could get a message to her.
Oh yes. Wow.
Please?
Well, it's a good thing we're all talking about this.
Katara and like Ariazis are like, I mean, we worship Myliki too, but okay, sure.
Yeah, but it's stored, and
You know what?
y'all
Ariana-
have the same status.
Right. That's true. That's true. And then like, Katara's still a little bit starstruck. He's just like, wow, the Drist. Oh my god.
Sal in the background, like, no, that's fine. That's cool. Love that.
Well, can you? I think that's what we need to do. That we need to get a message to her for sure.
I'll pray to Myliki as soon as I have the occasion to. Hopefully she'll respond.
Can I just side note? This is my favorite thing about D&D. It's just like, give me a second. I'm gonna pray to my god. Only then something happens. Like,
Right. And then there's direct like, yo, what's up?
it's just like so good. I love
Or
it.
like in Ember's case, where Lathander's just like, hey, can you not?
please leave me alone.
I manifested just to specifically ask you, and specifically you, to not.
It's true. Actually, once a month, Ember just calls Lathander, and it's just like, how's it going?
No, wait, that's canon now. That happens.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's your favorite dad. Just wanted to see how you.
Have you been eating all your vegetables?
Okay, not only
no, you don't.
No, not only is this canon, Lathander likes it. He likes their monthly talks.
Oh, cute. Anyway,
this is my favorite. Okay,
I love it.
Okay, so yeah, message Timora. That's definitely top of the list of things.
Or yeah, my leaky to get to. Yeah, definitely do that.
Mm-hmm. And then I turned the rest of you, and I'm like, I think we need to. So this big army, the 75% of the forces are they're going to target something next. We need to find a way to stop it or foil them. At the same time, we also need to take out Porter's army and stop that door.
Shemeshka says, "Well, it'll be a tough bit of reconnaissance trying to figure out where the 3/4 of that army is." She says, "The only people she ever made privy to her battle strategies were her 2 lieutenants, or 3 lieutenants, and then minus the 1. You're going to have to interrogate Nightlock or Porter, whichever one comes first, I guess. Neither of them will be easy to get to." No, you don't, not really.
Any way we can do like a locate? Well, no, we've never seen her, so we have no idea.
That is true. You've heard about her from the long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Long ago.
Yeah,
like I said, we've been playing this campaign for about a year now, so
for a little bit, a while.
It's been a minute.
Okay.
I was like, Baku could scry on her?
I think we have the start of I think we have the start of what we need to do. I guess the other question is, I mean, what do you know about what's beyond the veil?
She looks
nonsense.
She looks a little bit uncomfortable. She says, "I had occasion to see momentarily what Bishaba sees. She spent an inordinate amount of time sort of between the 2 planes, you understand, between this planar system and the other. I don't quite know what she sees in it, but she's obsessed with it. She's been staring at it, this strange, interconnected web of information and images and sounds, and she's having trouble describing it, and honestly, she looks a little spooked by what she's saying. She says, it's a lot of information, and I can't parse any of it, and I don't know how she does, but she's obsessed with it, and I wholeheartedly believe that she would destroy absolutely everything if it meant getting to it."
Yep, that does sound like crazy.
And for those of you playing at home, yes, she's describing the internet.
How we all feel.
Right.
Terrifying in its majesty. All those pictures of cats!
Right, that's exactly where I was thinking. I was like, oh my god, Bishaba's looking at cat memes.
And can you blame her? Oh shit, guys, I think we actually found the real solution. We just need to get her one of those, like, never-ending, like, loops, and then she's gonna get stuck.
Just get stuck, right?
Oh, man. Okay. Ember looks around and everybody's like, well, I don't really know. Look, I'm not good at magic on a good day, to be completely honest with you, so...
What?
Anybody else know what the fuck is going
Ember
on?
Tremaine not good at magic?
Oh, I am shocked.
I really only know the one spell, and it's mostly praying to Lathander than hitting things, so... I'm really good at that, though.
That's not a spell.
Thanks for playing. Good job, Ember. Ariaz is like,
I mean, it sounds like, in fairness, for clerics and paladins, praying kind of is a spell. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's, like, all of our things are praying.
That's all we do. The only reason we have powers.
Like, I pray to God, and then thunder comes down and hits things.
And fine. You sure are good at hitting things, Ember.
Right.
Let's just have you stick to that.
Yep. So, anyways, anybody else know what the hell Shemeshka's talking about?
It is, you don't have to get out all your questions now, I should mention. Like, she wants protection from you, so probably she's going to be hanging around, not, like, helping much, but, like, just hanging around, making snarky comments and eating all your food, probably. Because she knows she's safest when she's around you.
Right.
So you don't have to, if you can't think of all questions, it's probably fine. You can probably just ask her later.
Yeah.
That's fair. Well, I'm sure things will come to us after the fact. Yeah, I mean, I think we have the start of a plan. I think the first start of it is we have to get back to
Neverwinter. Yeah.
Neverwinter. Yeah.
She says, yes, I suppose I'll get the little enchantment off your little cleric, right?
Yes.
My husband? Yes. Yeah, the one that you enslaved and
that
made him relive his worst nightmare. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. Anyway, she immediately starts casting teleportation, so she's like, alright, all of you stupid motherfuckers in.
Ember is like, he's got like his hand on his sword, and you can see that it's taking a lot of like willpower to like maintain from like just whacking her over the head.
Ember, you're getting your husband back. Please don't do anything to him.
Only one of us gets to hit her.
Should have been Escher.
I mean, Escher also has a pretty good claim to having hitting rates, but I feel like it's like between the two of them, I feel like Ariazi's edges them out just slightly.
Mainly because of duration.
Yeah, because she's been fucking her over longer.
Yeah. But it's
Then,
tight.
literally and
But it is tight because, this is Escher's worst nightmare and he's been living it for weeks.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so she casts Teleportation Circle. Driz is like, oh, and he's like grabbing his bag, like, shit, hang on. It's like shrugging it over his shoulder and gathering up all his shit. And he also picks up Aldernon Weil and he says, I cannot stress it enough, Weil, not a sex thing. This is not a sex thing. You are a political prisoner.
Who we are protecting from Salvador.
But yes, you all gather up your shit. She casts Teleportation Circle, and then you are at the bottom of the Mage's Tower in Neverwinter, a place that some of you haven't seen at all, but one of you hasn't seen in many, many months, Ember Tremaine.
Yep.
Neverwinter, like, your home obviously was the estate, but Neverwinter was like a close second in terms of where your home is. And it's sort of refreshing to, like, see it standing, especially after what happened to Silvery Moon in the Ending Glade.
I think Ember definitely lets out a sigh of relief, because there was like this moment of like being like, is it there? Like, am I gonna walk into like a giant smoldering ruins and my husband's dead?
Yeah, I mean, that does sound like something I would do to you, so.
Yeah.
So Shemeshka pulls the hood of her cloak up because, she's an Arcanoloth, it's a large city. Some people might get salty. But she sticks pretty close to you, as I assume probably Ember takes the lead.
Oh yeah. I think Ember does like the full hero stride cape behind him, like, follow me.
I do not remember ever giving you a cape, but whatever.
Whatever, right?
It's a figurative cape. You don't really give me anything. I just sort of describe the like various sun and blazing clothes that I think I should be wearing.
I'm just here for the ride, honestly. Like,
right.
Tessa, you totally gave him the booty shorts of Lathander. Let's not lie.
I also gave him the homemade mom sweater of Lathander's.
Oh,
exactly.
That's true. Oh,
I mean,
that's
just
sad.
everything he owns just is of Lathander, obviously.
Yeah. So you guide the party out. The teleportation circle is at the very lowest tier of the Mage's Tower, which is a huge structure. And you take them out onto the street. Neverwinter is crowded. There's a lot of people here, and you can't immediately explain why. Maybe there's like a fair in town. You don't know. It's weird though. You definitely notice it.
I know.
And the spires of the morning, like, there's pretty much a spire of the morning in every major city. They're particularly resplendent and water deep, but Neverwinter has a nice little golden spire reaching up into the sky. It's all very Lathander. And you all enter into the main foyer of this large cathedral. There is the distant sound of a choir practicing somewhere past the apse. And you are greeted at once, or not at once, but relatively quickly, by a priest that you recognize just immediately. It's Father Ogden. He is a priest who performed your wedding ceremony and also your parents' wedding ceremony, Ember.
Oh.
He has known your family for quite a while. He is very old. He is extremely old. He is an old man. And he comes hobbling right up to you and he says, "Oh, well, welcome to the Spires of the Morning." And he's like, he can't see you. He doesn't recognize you until you talk to him because he's mostly blind at this point. And you also have to speak really loudly because he's also mostly deaf.
Nice, okay. I think in, like, uncharacteristic gentleness, Ember, like, leans down and he goes, "Father Ogden! It's so good to see you!"
Uncharacteristic gentleness. And he kind of adjusts his glasses and says, "Oh, my stars! Is that you, Amber Tremaine?"
It is!
What are you doing here? Oh, wait, I know why you're here. You're here to see your husband, aren't you? Yes. Give me just a moment. He's right over here, son. And he kind of shuffles off, and it's like, you have to follow him because it's polite, but also he walks really slowly.
So he, like, takes, like, 10 steps, and then we take, like, 1.
Yeah, pretty much. And he's shuffling and he's leaning on his walking stick. He says, "Oh, it's absolutely terrible what happened to him. I meant to send a letter of condolence to your family, but then I heard about what happened to the estate. How are you holding up, my boy?"
It's been a bad year!
He says, "Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry about your mother. With any luck, once your husband is put to rights again, we'll be able to bring her back. Taken before her time, she was. Taken before her time."
You are absolutely right, sir.
Sounds like
praise
I hate
Lathander.
I absolutely hate this.
Qatar is also, like, right next to him, like, "I also hate this. There's so many people. Oh my god."
Yeah, it's also weird because, like, you guys are definitely druids, you know?
Yeah.
Like, your idea of a religious experience is, like, a beautiful pond, or, like, a serene river flowing through a forest. Lathander's style of religiosity is, like, gleaming white spires, stained glass windows, and it's all very theatrical.
Qatar's looking around, like, squinting, like, "Oh, it's all so glittery."
Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it so much. Father Ogden walks you toward the front of the cathedral where sits Escher Lynn Tremaine. He looks exactly like you left him. He's dressed in different clothes, but he is sitting absolutely stock still, staring ahead of him, not moving.
So Ember, like, instinctively rushes up to him and then realizes that, like, it's awkward trying to hug, like, a vegetable. And turns around and, like, just, like, angrily at Shemeshka goes, "Do it!"
Father Ogden says, "Do what?"
I'll tell you later!
What?
I'll tell you later!
You want to do what to the radiator?
Okay. I like go and, like, put him gently in a corner.
Shemeshka's like, "Oh goodness, this is all a little much. Also, it burns to walk here. I just want you all to know that I am making a huge sacrifice. Every step on holy ground hurts my footsies." So,
we're so sad. Now, just
Good, I'm glad.
If you just did it and stopped talking, you could be out of here faster.
Well, fine. Let me just get and then before she can finish her sentence,
No, fuck.
the front doors of the Spires of the Morning slam shut, as do the doorways further in the cathedral, which slam shut, leading into the back doors. And suddenly, out from the shadows where normally sit, it's usually various statues of Lathanders or various saints. Two of the statues begin to move and come slowly, boom, 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 shambling out. And a high-pitched voice from very, very high above you says, "Well, it's about time. I was getting sort of bored waiting for you."
Oh no.
Shemeshka looks up and she says, "Oh, well, you're on your own with this one," and she disappears.
Well, fuck. I turn around and, like, can we see her?
Yeah, you can. She is standing super, super, super high in the rafters, sort of crouched down near the rose window on, like, one of the flying buttresses or whatever they're fucking called that are holding up the cathedral ceiling. She is dressed in a long black robe that's frayed at the edges, and you can see lank, limp black hair coming down the front of her shoulders. She is staring down at you with just a big manic smile.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and assume because you're describing her so viciously, this is Strelana Nightlock.
Yep.
What are the odds? Pretty
Right?
good, actually.
Wow, it's great.
Ariazi's like, oh, let me guess. This is Jelana Nightlock.
How did you guess?
Just smart.
She says, and slippery. If all my mistress's attempts to capture you are any indication. She casts a spell on herself and she levitates down from the ceiling slowly. The footsteps that are coming from behind you keep getting louder as she says, now see, I would normally offer my usual greetings, have introductions all around, offer you some tea, but mostly I do just want to kill you. So everyone roll initiative.
Cool.
Ember, they came into your place of worship. How dare?
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck them up. I think I guess I'll have to wait till it gets to my turn, but I'm gonna start shouting for everybody to get out of the fucking temple.
Yeah, like, everybody! Yeah.
Very conspicuously, there is no one else in the temple except for you guys, Father Ogden and Escher.
What? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we just didn't notice that, I guess.
Very conspicuously. Yeah,
Very,
okay.
very conspicuously. I think I've got the order set now. First up in the order is Drist, who looks around and he's like, man, fucking... He reaches into his bag, he pulls something that is very small up from out of it, kisses whatever is in the palm of his hand and throws it onto the ground, and then abruptly a fucking saber-toothed panther appears beside him.
Oh,
Awesome.
shit.
And he says, all right, Gwen, go fuck her up. The panther roars and lunges forward at, let's say, the biggest target, probably, which is going to be one of the iron golems. An enormous panther races toward it. And... ooh. If the tiger moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature, then hits with a claw attack on the same turn, the target must succeed a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. It'll probably pass the strength saving throw, but let's just roll it for shits and giggles. That doesn't hit, but it's got multi-attack. Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
no! Gwen!
Well, at least Gwen gets the attention of the big
Right.
bad.
Mhm.
And Drist is going to go ahead and use his last remaining action to pull out his bow. A 22 is a hit. That is going to be a total of 1d6 plus 7 plus 1d6. He hits it for he hits the one on the left that his tiger is attacking, or his panther is attacking, for 14 damage. Okay, next up in the order is the golem that was just attacked. The golem is going to try to stab the cat. It is going to try to
No.
slam the
Bad.
cat. It's probably going to hit because it has a very large modifier.
Jesus, that is a large modifier.
That is quite a large
Mhm.
modifier, yes.
I really hate that modifier. I was like, oh my god.
So it slams for 3d8 plus 7 damage. The panther takes 27 points of damage. And then it is going to pick the cat up and throw it across the room.
Oh, no.
It needs to succeed at a dex saving throw. Let's see if it can do it. Nope. This panther can't roll.
Oh, shit.
Oh god.
The panther is going to take 2d10 force damage from the fall. And it looks pretty fucked up now. Now it's the other golem's turn. The
Anyway.
second golem is going to... let's see. What's his intelligence modifier? Not great. It's -4. So he is going to revert to lizard brain and just attack the biggest, shiniest target in the room. Ember, I hope you are bracing.
God fucking every fucking time.
You're the tank, Ember! I don't know what you want me to say.
That's what you're for. You're a big, shiny, smashing
I know,
bag.
but sometimes I get tired of everybody smashing on me.
So the first slam attack doesn't hit. The second
That
one
does, though.
does.
Yep.
3d8 plus 7. You take 21 points of damage.
Okay.
And yeah, now you are in melee range. By the way, these are the constructs that you are pretty sure that Shemeshka was talking about, because they are about 20 feet tall and they're absolutely fucking terrifying. Let me see if I can find a picture.
Oh
They're
god,
large
I
boys.
remember these.
It's Cybermen.
Cyberman Samurai.
Next up in the order is Selwyn. Selwyn, you have two very, very large targets and one much smaller target. who is off to the side. What do?
How far apart are all of them?
The iron golems are pretty close together. They are about 5 feet apart. Drolana Nightlock is way, way off to the side toward the apse of the cathedral.
Excellent. I'm gonna aim at those big golems with shatter.
Yay! I was hoping you had shatter.
I hope you have a way
I
to
forgot.
not hit Ember.
I do. I have spell sculpt
You're
now.
an evocation wizard now. That's right.
Oh my god!
Look
Also,
at all the
who cares
benefits.
if it's Ember?
Wait, so I'm not
Yeah,
gonna have
but
a friendly fire for once?
Yes, you're with an evocation wizard now. They have spell sculpting.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Look at all that narrative tension paying off. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm casting it at a 3rd level, so it's going to be, let's see, they make a con save, they have disadvantage on the save.
Alrighty. I'll do it separately just because. 7 isn't going to do it.
Nope.
A 19
Oh, no.
probably does it.
E1, yeah.
Well, at
Okay,
least you
so
hit one. That's fine.
one of them takes full damage and one of them takes half damage, I assume. No, we'll double 18 and we'll have 18. Let's just do that. Just for the
Okay.
simplicity's sake.
Okay.
Right.
This is too much math. How dare you
I
do
know.
this to me?
Stop. Yeah.
So one of them gets 36 damage and the other gets 9.
Okay.
Ariazis is like, yeah, go babe.
Get it, babe.
She's like,
Okay, it is now Drolana Nightlock's turn. Drolana Nightlock does not actually have a whole lot that she can do. Mechanically, she is just a cultist, I think, or a cultist fanatic, I think, but with some extra good spells and abilities. She doesn't have a whole lot that she can do to attack you. So I think she is going to put mage armor on herself and retreat a little bit further behind the... Oh god, I don't know anything about religion. You know, the place where the priest stands. And
yeah, sure, that, the pulpit,
The
yeah.
altar?
Pulpit! Thank you. Pulpit.
The pulpit, the altar, there we go.
The pulpit. She's gonna hide behind the pulpit. I was raised UU. Get off my job.
We still have pulpits, honey.
Whatever, shut up.
Right. Who knows?
I was raised very briefly UU. Qatar, you are up next, my Spanish galleon.
Oh my goodness.
I would ask you to do something cool, because
Right. That sounds like a good idea. He, doesn't really want to admit it to Sal. He was a little bit turned on by Dritz kissing that thing. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sal is like, well, I'm gonna die anyway, so like it's fine. Maybe he'll be able to move on after my body is ripped to pieces or whatever.
Now Qatar is really sad and can't attack.
His disadvantage from sad.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's terrible. Now he's super sad. All right, so we are going to...
By the way, Father Ogden in the back is like, what's happening? I don't understand. Who are those large gentlemen?
Large
Stay there!
Who are those large gentlemen? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna get smashed up anyway. Fine. He's like, well, fuck that, and transforms into an earth elemental, because why the fuck not?
Hell yeah.
He's like, big things for smashing, I can do that too.
Okay, who would you like to attack? The one who has taken more damage, the one who's taken less damage, or would you like to go after Drolana, who's hiding behind the pulpit like a coward?
He is going to the one that has taken most damage, the
Okay,
thing. He wants to draw their attention. He's like, look, I'm big beefy man too.
the one who just yeeted the cat.
Right, exactly. He's like, that is uncalled for, and also, I am a large gentleman too now. So, I have multi-attack, 2 slam attacks. That's 1.
14 is not a hit.
Nope.
18 is also not a hit. But you
Damn
you have drawn their attention, which, yay.
He smashes things and nothing happens, and cool.
It's because like you slam your earthy hand into it, and like the iron is so hard that earth and soil just goes flying across the room when you try to hit it. Ariazis,
Cool.
my darling,
Yeah,
my second
she's
favorite
like,
druid.
it's fine, Dad. It's fine that my girlfriend did better than you. But, don't feel sad.
I just realized I forgot to put Salvador in the initiative order. Whatever, it's fine.
My God.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It is fine. I agree. It is fine.
I'll put him in next time. I'm a dumbass. Whatever.
Like, whatever. Okay, I think she's gonna use the cloak.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. The witch cloak. And what she gonna do? Wait, when was the last time I used it?
You used it in the... Didn't you use it some point during the fortress?
Did I?
I know for sure you used it when you were in the abyss, because you used...
Right, yeah, I used it in the abyss. I did, yeah.
And that was all 3 charges.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God, it's been 10,000 years.
It has been a
really
million
has.
years.
Right, that's why I was like, it doesn't like recharge every day at midnight. It says it regains 1 charge every day at midnight.
Jesus,
Just
fine.
because
Okay.
it's been 2 months for us.
So to be clear, you want to cast Wave Crash in this sacred holy cathedral
No.
of
She doesn't want
Lathander.
to do that. I just want to use 1 charge. I'm not going to use all 3 of them.
Okay, fine. What are you doing with it?
What's the other one? The other one is Curse of the Wilds, I think.
Yeah, the one that gives vulnerability to a specific type of damage.
Oh, they already have that, so.
Well, they have it to one type of damage.
True.
You could make it for more.
Right. Yeah. Make it for smashing, because she's like, oh, Dad, it's okay. I'll help.
It only works for elemental damage.
Elemental damage. Okay, so lightning. And she's like, what damage are you guys wielding?
Salvador's like, Radiant. Mostly. Yeah.
Radiant. Okay.
Radiant.
All right. You're right. I forgot the 2. Yep. Okay. So they are. She's going to do it for radiant damage then.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
You can only target one. Which one would you like to target?
The one with the more hit points.
Okay, so Golem 2 is now vulnerable to Radiant. Okay.
Okay, you just changed my game plan.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I was like, it should be easier for you guys now.
Yep.
Ember, it is your turn. It is also worth noting that Escher is still in the room.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
And he is
Right.
completely not able to defend himself against anything that should happen to him. So,
Shit. I forgot about that.
okay, Ember, your turn. What do you want to do?
Save
See,
your husband first.
I'm not great about oh God.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anywhere else I could possibly like what? So the room is just like a small room with.
I mean, it's a huge room. It's just mostly empty. There's lots of pews around. Escher is sitting in one of the pews. He is relatively far away from the battle, but if anything gets close to him, it's going to be a bad time.
Let me see if I have anything else too. No, I don't have any defensive spells because I didn't put any up because I didn't think I was going to need them.
Bad paladin.
I mean, I usually just hit things.
I know. That is usually what.
That is usually how it goes. Yeah.
Usually works quite well.
Mhm.
Okay. I think I'm going to smash the one in my face and then try to use what's left of my movement to run to Escher. No, shit.
Because it's gonna follow you.
It's going to follow me. Yeah, okay. So I guess I don't even want to say it because I'm hoping that everyone kind of forgot about Escher. Like, I don't want to shout defend Escher because it's just gonna be they're gonna target him because he's an easy target.
He is
Okay.
an extraordinarily easy target. That's true.
Ember makes a bunch of rapid fire calculations, but if you were to watch him, it would be like seeing his facial expressions change slowly. But you're just like, what are you doing? And then I'm gonna fucking hit the thing in front of me.
All right. Good news. It's vulnerable to radiant damage, my friend.
Excellent.
But only to radiant damage, not to slashing damage, or whatever the fuck you're gonna hit it with else.
Well, I mean, the good news is my sword is made of radiant, so.
Yay.
It's made of light.
He's like, you're welcome.
Yep. So I draw the holy lightsaber of Antioch, and and I cast. See, I was gonna do something different, but now I don't need to. I'm gonna cast Divine Smite.
Yeah. All right. Roll to hit.
Okay. Oh,
My
how
strong
do I do
boy.
that?
How do you
that?
how do you roll to hit? It hasn't been that long.
How do I do that?
What even
Divine
is
Smite.
combat?
Is that right? That can't be right.
It's probably right. You're extremely
Yeah.
OP.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
It
remember,
must be
we're
right.
like,
You're level 17.
Yeah. Okay.
hey.
plus 22.
Does 37 hit?
Go fuck yourself. Go absolutely fuck yourself.
You gave it all to me, Tessa. You gave
Yeah, a 37 hits, you piece of shit.
Lol.
Roll damage.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
So do I roll double because it's a?
Yes, because everything you do is radiant. You don't know how to do any other type of damage.
Right?
You're a one-trick pony, Ember Tremaine.
Well, I was gonna cast thunder damage because I do have one spell that's thunder, but
You have one spell.
yeah. Okay, I said that I cast Divine Smite, right? At a
Yes, you
level-
did. You said it.
did.
Just roll the damage and make me hate you. 57, is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
Is that all?
That's my first attack.
Oh, okay. Is it only 57?
Yeah, it's only 57. This is my first attack.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna roll my second attack.
What was
now.
even the point of attacking?
Does a 39 hit?
Yes, fuck you! Its AC is 20. Go fuck yourself.
Okay, I
Like,
just wanted
yeah.
to make sure.
What does you high score mean? Yeah, okay, fine.
Sweet.
Took away like half its fucking half of
hit-
its health.
I hit it a lot, and then I like put my back to, I don't know. Who else is? I'm just gonna try to position myself between myself and like, I want to move so that I'm like subtly between the monsters and Escher.
It is Shemeshka's turn.
Oh, okay.
Shemeshka is invisible, and she does something you can't see. And from behind you, a burst of holy light goes shooting out
Yes,
from behind your shoulder.
yes, motherfucker.
It glances off the sword, but you hear, "Oh, you piece of shit! It's time to fucking die!"
I turn around and I'm like, babe.
Escher Lindström is standing there, shaking in every single limb. He is not armed. He does not have any fucking weapons or armor on him, but he looks like he's ready to fucking tumble. He looks like he's ready to throw the fuck down.
Go. Ready to go.
Let's fucking do this.
Drist is like, okay, I don't know what's happening, but I guess I'm just gonna... And then he is going to leap up onto the back of the now more injured one. The more injured one now is the one in front of Ember, you fucking OP piece of shit. He leaps up onto its back. I'll have him make a dexterity check, which is plus... I want to send this party. So yeah, 20. So now he's going to have advantage on this next attack because he's stabbing directly into the gap in its armor between its neck and shoulders. Oh my god, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
What? Yes.
Crouched on top of this thing's shoulders, he is going to slash... What's the name of it? Icing Death. He's going to slash Icing Death deep into it, and that is going to be 1d6 plus 7 plus 1d6 cold. Actually, it's doubled, so it's 2d6 plus 7 plus 2d6. For 21 points of damage, and then he gets another attack. Yep, that's also a natural 20. Oh my god, okay.
Wow.
That's 2 critical hits in a row, 2d6 plus 4, and then he gains a plus 3 bonus to his AC until the end of his next turn.
Holy
Katara
fuck.
has a few quick questions about polyamory, Sal. If you have a second.
Hello, I'd like to talk to you about polyamory, if that's okay.
Right.
So that's a total of... Alright, that first golem is really getting low. Well, I say really getting low, but like, it has a huge hit point pool, whatever. Next up in the order is the panther, who is going to pick itself up off the ground. And is going to charge at the one who just got hit by thunder and is looking at Selwyn like she's a tasty snack.
Oh, good.
It is going to make an attack roll. Nope, this panther can't hit with a good goddamn. Of course, the AC is also 20, so.
Right. It did its panther best. Good try, Gordon.
That is a glancing blow. So it needs to make a strength check, which it has a plus 7 to strength, but whatever. I actually don't think that's good enough. Hang on. No, it's good enough, but barely. So it isn't knocked down, but it does take damage. It takes 15 damage. Okay. Next up in the order is Salvador. Salvador This is where he was supposed to go in the order. But, I don't do that. He can do a pretty good radiant attack, but he also knows that now Escher is on the field, and Ember will probably have a conniption if. And he's Escher. Yeah, okay. Escher also doesn't have any armor, so he is going to cast Shield of Faith. So he gets a permanent +2 to AC until the spell ends.
On Escher? Sweet.
Yeah, Escher. He knows Escher would have, or he knows Ember would have a conniption if anything happened to Escher, especially right now. And yeah, so now he's got a permanent +2 to AC. The Golem the First, who just got hit with a whole lot of thunder damage, Selwyn,
Yeah.
is going to run all the way up to you because the cat missed its first attack and then only did half damage on its second attack.
Oh no.
Brace your entire butt, because this thing hits hard. 19 hits, I assume?
Yeah.
Let's just do both rolls. A 17?
Yeah. I'm gonna use one of the Robe of the Consort charges.
Excellent. As a reaction to the first attack, I assume?
Yes. Yes.
Which imposes disadvantage on all subsequent attacks, I believe. It's been a while.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna re-roll that second roll. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
I mean, it does have a +13 modifier.
Right. You are a squishy
Yeah,
little wizard.
and my AC is 13.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
squishy
so
little
there's
wizard.
there's literally, unless it rolled a 1, there's literally no way it couldn't hit you. Okay, so brace your butt. This is going to be a whole heck of a lot of damage.
But we have a cleric or two now.
Good.
Yeah, you've got 2 clerics. How does 48 damage feel? Are you conscious?
Boy.
I'm conscious, yeah.
Okay, because it's also going to use poison breath. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oriazi's is like, ah!
Selwyn is pretty too.
It's not going to do it. You are going to take 10d8 poison damage.
Oh shit.
Are you conscious, Selwyn?
Nope.
Oh boy.
Selwyn is down for the count. You didn't know they could breathe poison, but now you do. Now you know that's a thing that they can do. Next up in the order is the other golem, the one in front of Ember. Ember, make a Constitution saving throw, my boy.
Excellent.
In the background, you hear, "Nope, not to fucking day. I swear to God, if you fucking kill my husband now, I'm gonna take every single piece of you apart. I'm gonna throw them each different into individual volcanoes across of Faerun."
It's fine, babe. Well, it's not. It's
No,
not
it's not fine. Who's the bitch that made this?
Fine.
Who's the bitch that made this? Hang on.
I'm using lucky and re-rolling that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but we're gonna try it.
A 17. That is also not good enough.
Dang it.
So you are about to take 10d8 poison damage.
Whew, boy.
48 poison damage.
Honestly, it's only fair given.
Right. You are, yeah. You did smash it a whole lot.
Escher in the back is not having a good time.
Yeah, he's like, fun.
He looks like he wants to set those golems, the church, and just everyone on fire all at the same time. Like, he is not having a good day. He just got his freedom back, and now his husband just took 48 points of damage. He looks like he's gonna have a fucking conniption. Selwyn, make a death save.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, no!
Oh, fuck!
Ariazis is like rushing over, like, no.
It's not your turn, Arias.
I know, but she's still freaking out, like,
A natural 1 is,
Yeah. There's
Isn't
that.
Is natural 1, is it 2
That
death
is-
saves?
So this has always been like a house rule of mine. As I used it once before. If you roll a natural 20, you become conscious with 1 hit point. And if you roll a natural 1, you die.
Fuck.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
It's
No! That's bad. Okay, that's also really super bad. Did I mention it was bad? It was really bad. Anyway, he can't see what's going on behind him. He's a giant thing. Do what an earth elemental do and smash again, why not?
Mhm.
So
We're all handling this very well.
yeah,
great.
That's not a hit.
That's one. And yeah, let's see if the other one hits.
A 24 is a hit.
Okay, wow, perfect, awesome. 14 bludgeoning damage because I don't feel like rolling again.
Mood. Okay.
I'm just gonna real quick write in really big letters. Selwyn is dead.
Ariazis, it's your turn.
Great, good. She freaks the fuck out and like runs over to Selwyn like, no, Selwyn, can you hear me? Hello?
Selwyn doesn't say anything.
No, of course not. And
To be clear, if you want to run over to her, that's using one of your actions.
okay. I do still want to cast a thing.
Sal says, hit her! I've got Revivify! Go!
Okay. All right, I will try to focus.
Escher in the background is like, oh, someone's gonna fucking die! Oh, someone's gonna... He's not handling this well, in case that's...
Nope, he's not.
He is not okay right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, question. So I can't see Drolana from where I'm standing, right? I can only see the golems.
She is ducked behind the
I'm trying to
pulpit. Yes.
She is ducked. Okay, so that sure is a thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh boy. What can I do here? God.
We should go after her.
Yeah, I think that's what she wants to do, but I can't see her, so I have to move towards her or something or whatever.
You cannot aim at her. She has full cover, mechanically speaking.
Not
Right, exactly,
my girlfriend, you bitch.
Yeah, exactly. She's like completely livid, and she's gonna try to get as close as she can to the pulpit so she can fucking see her.
Okay, so that is going to be, if you want to move both to Selwyn's side and to the pulpit, that will be the extent of your turn. That's 2 movements.
Let's say she starts moving, and then what's his face? Salvador is like, "I got this. Go attack," and she's like, "Oh, okay." So instead of moving towards Selwyn, she's going to move towards Drolana then. And what can I do? I guess Blight? Necromat, I guess, like, that's all I can do. I'll just do Blight then, I guess, at level 7? Yeah, I have level 7 now. Yes. Blight at level 7, that's necromatic damage, so...
Oh, okay.
Necrotic? Sure?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's a con save?
Yeah, it's a con save.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Alright, so that, on a failed save, half as much, so 4d8. Wait, no, I cast it as a 7th level spell, so hold on. Minus that, or 6. There we go. 6, that's half.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Ariazis watches Selwyn drop. Her instinct is to run to Selwyn because, that's her boo, and something terrible just happened to her. She hears Salvador shout, "I've got her, don't worry." And then Ariazis redirects her rage onto Drolana Nightlock. She races back toward the pulpit and sees her cowering there behind it, casts Blight at a 7th level spell, and kills her immediately.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
What?
She's a cultist! She's like, her challenge rating is level 2!
Level...
Where do you think she was hiding?
I don't know.
Exactly.
We've been dealing with a lot of very powerful bad people. What?
She has 20 hit points!
Oh,
I don't know why y'all are surprised. That was my intention. That was what Ariazis wanted to do.
Yeah, it's not like you needed to question her or anything.
She's pissed. Like, she would have not remembered. Like, that, you can tell her about that later. Like, hey, we needed to question her, and she's like, oh, yeah, okay.
We're gonna have to bring her back to life.
Off of my shoe.
Actually,
and we can question
That's
that.
an important question. Do we see this? Because she was behind shit.
That's a good point. Yeah, you just see Ariazi storm back to the apse of the cathedral and cast something. And she has complete cover, so you don't know what happens to her.
God.
Oh god.
Yep.
It is Ember's turn.
Okay. Well, I still have 2 constructs, right?
You sure do. Well, technically you only have one that's within hitting distance.
I guess shit. So I do also have, I think I have Revivify prepared.
So does Salvador.
Yep. Okay.
And also he's the one with the reagents for Revivify.
Oh, you're right. I probably don't have that.
Yeah, you need a diamond worth 300 gold.
Oh, I don't think I have that. Yeah, okay, fine.
Interestingly, it was Escher that gave Salvador those diamonds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Interesting, yeah, right?
Probably at some point just to carry on my own things, but okay. Shit, okay. I think I'm just gonna attack the thing in front of me and just be like, we're just gonna get these fucking things down for me.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your 66 or whatever.
I know, right?
Fucking
Sure.
show off. Yeah, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it hits.
I just worry sometimes, you know.
You just worry that a 33 might not hit.
Yeah, you know, just, you get concerned. Let's
Fucking
see.
garbage.
So that's my first attack.
Is it? Is that your first attack?
Okay.
Did you forget to double the radiant damage?
No, I didn't. I forgot to cast Divine Smite, but I'm casting it now.
Okay, well I don't even know what the point of it was if you only did 37 damage.
It's true. Basically, no point at
It's
all.
basically useless.
I can just feel the rage right now with you.
You guys are so fucking OP, which makes I don't even want to there's spoilers, but I'm gonna hate myself later for what I have planned.
Wow.
With the power of love, and also being extremely OP,
right?
Ember strikes down the golem that just breathed poison all over him. The lights in its eyes go out, and it collapses backward with a hideous crash. Next up in the order is Escher. Escher is not okay. Oh, is he not okay? And he is going to... No, he wouldn't. He would, but he wouldn't. So he is just lucid enough to remember not to use his 9th level spell slot because he knows he needs it. But that said, he's going to use his 8th level spell slot, and he is going to cast... Flame Strike. So normally, Flame Strike does 46 fire, 46 radiant, but as we know, we never really brought this up, but the only type of magical damage that Escher can do is radiant damage, because he was resurrected by Lathander a long time ago, and it's just a thing, it's a quirk of his thing. So he is going to do 8d6, 9d6, 10d6, 11d6 damage failing his saving throw for them.
Oh my god.
He is so fucking angry. He is absolutely out of his mind angry. So the golem needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And its dex mod is -1. That's not going to do it.
Yes!
It does 47 fire damage. Not fire damage, radiant damage.
Yes!
And he is just screaming the whole time. He is pissed. Oh god, he is so angry. Next up in the order is Drist. He was on the other golem. He was on the one that Ember that was stabbing. It's Drist's turn. Drist is like, hey, your husband is terrifying.
Yes. And so beautiful.
It's like, okay, sure, if that's what you're into.
He's had a bad year.
Drist is going to leap off the felled golem, whip out his bull Talmeril, and fire 2 shots. That went. Oh my god! Another critical hit.
Holy
Drist,
fuck!
you are fucking sexy tonight.
At least one of them doesn't hit, so it's basically just a regular hit. Still, oh my god! So 2d8 plus 7, 2d8 plus 7 plus 2d6. Not as much as it could have been, but honestly, he's been doing way too much fucking damage anyway. So
Good job, Drist.
alrighty. Next up in the order is the Panther. The Panther is gonna try to attack fucking the golem again, but apparently it can't hit worth a single damn.
Yeah,
Nope.
right.
This Panther is fucking useless, which makes me
God
sad
damn it.
because I know that this Panther has so much lore behind it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn
But
it, Gwen.
Gwen, you fucked up. You have fucked up, Gwen.
So
It's-
sad.
It's Salvador's turn. Salvador rushes to Selwyn's side, pulls out one of the diamonds that Escher gave him in the long ago, and he casts Revivify. Selwyn, you are conscious. You have 1 hit point.
Yay!
It is the golem's turn. The golem is... What's his target right now? He was right over Selwyn, but he doesn't understand what resurrection is or how that works. So he's like, I did it. And then he turns around. And then he is going to go for Drizzt, who's going to brace himself. What's his AC? It's been a minute since I've seen it. It's pretty good. It's 20 when he's wielding both swords. But then again, there's also he has a plus 13 modifier. Yeah, okay, so he's going to take at least some damage. Yep, okay, so he's going to take both attacks. That's a total, I'm just going to add them up together. He's taken 40 points of damage, which is a lot. Boy. But he's Drizzt fucking Doerden. He doesn't go down that easy.
Right.
Selwyn, you're up. You are on the floor. You are conscious. Salvador is over. You're like, hey. You feeling okay?
No.
Cool. Can you set something on fire or like...
Ow.
Hey, quick question. What was being dead like? I'm asking for a friend.
Awful.
Great. Thanks. Love that.
No.
Sorry. Ow.
Salvador helps you to your feet as much as hit not being his turn can allow.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna just cast Shatter again.
I like the image. Selwyn doesn't even bother standing up. She's like, I'm just gonna lie down here. Okay, so it needs to make a con save, was it?
Correct.
And it has disadvantage because it's a construct.
Yep.
Does the 16?
No, it does not.
It does not. Okay, so it's going to take double damage because
Woohoo!
thunder.
I'm also going to specify I am 100% using my level 4 spell slot because fuck this thing.
Right. You were dead.
It killed you really hard.
Maybe check on your girlfriend in a second?
Yeah. Once I notice that she's missing.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
She ain't noticed that you're up yet either.
Yeah, so let's see, that is, I gotta do math. 3d8, 4d8, 5d8.
10d8.
10d8.
Woof. It's getting down there, fam. It's getting real down there. Salvador says, I'll heal you, hang on.
Thank you.
And then next up in the order, not Drolana, she's dead as hell.
She sure is.
Qatar is up next in the order. He's still an earth elemental, still wailing on the golem.
Yeah. He's not had too much great luck with that, though. But, he might as well draw the fire. So there's only one left?
Yep, there's only one golem left. And it just took a whole bunch of shatter damage to its face.
All right, cool. Then he's like, while I'm still in this form, he's gonna do the same old thing and try to smash it.
Punch it in its whole face. That's a hit.
Yay!
Woo!
And then he does it twice, so...
That's not a hit. One hit.
Okay, but the first one is. So 14 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Just 2 slam attacks, that's all he can do.
It's really getting low. Oh, it's getting so low. Next up in the order, Ariazes! You just killed the girl who killed your girlfriend indirectly in one hit.
Yeah, she sure did.
Has she come to her senses enough to realize what an oopsie doopsie she did?
Oh, not yet, no.
Not yet? Okay.
So, yeah, she's like absolutely livid, like breathing really hard, like, fucking Selwyn, I just got her.
Got me.
Then you look over and she's totally alive because you have a fucking cleric in your party.
And then she turns around and then she's like, oh.
You have 2 clerics in your party, actually. Both of whom are perfectly capable of resurrecting people.
Perfectly capable. And she, it's slowly... Oh, yeah. That's a thing. So... She doesn't react well to death. Good to know. She's like, oh, I'm just gonna compartmentalize that for later. And what is she going to cast?
Save that trauma for later.
Right, exactly. She's like, we'll just set that aside.
I literally wrote in my notes, might be smart to question Nightlock after the fight.
Lol. It might be smart to
it might be smart to question her.
Yeah,
Too bad you fucking murdered her.
She did. That is 100% true. Mm-hmm. So she's going to call lightning, I guess.
In the middle of a cathedral?
Sure, why not?
Escher is offended? No, Escher's too pissed off to be offended.
Right, exactly.
Escher, the only thing Escher feels right now is rage.
It's rage, right, exactly. And most
Man, it
of
sure
our
is a good
spells-
thing he had a target to kill.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's like, Dritz is like, he's scary. I know.
That's true. He might have tried to kill Shemeshka.
Oh
still
my
have
god.
Shemeshka.
We have to tell him that. Anyway, yeah, so I will do that. So it's a dex save.
Okay, so it has good news. Its dex mod is -1. Nope. Go ahead and
Nope,
roll
that's
full
not.
damage.
All right.
Woo!
Or should I cast it at a higher spell? How low is it? Like low, or not too low?
It's pretty low.
Pretty low. Okay, let's cast it at a 4th level. Just one up. Not too much. Just 1 level up. So.
Yeah, you kill it.
Yay!
Again. Like the wrath of an angry god, Ariazes calls lightning down from the apse of a cathedral, and smotes the golem where it stands. It collapses over and nearly lands on Drizzt, who barely manages to roll out of the way.
Sorry!
And then the cathedral is filled with a very eerie silence. And in the very, very back of the room, you hear, "So are they gone? I wanted to ask those 2 gentlemen what they were doing here."
We should go. Somebody please deal with him.
Escher
And I
runs
wanna-
over to you, Ember throws his arms around you and kisses you as hard as possible.
Yeah. I think after like a second, Ember's just like tears streaming down his
Oh
face.
yeah, it's
like,
ugly
holding
crying.
him.
It is
Yeah.
ugly crying.
Yeah.
Like, outright sobbing, can't even catch his
Aw.
breath.
Yeah. And I think like in between he's like, I promised you I would get you back. I promised you.
Took you fucking long enough, Jesus!
Yeah, it was longer than I expected, but I love you so I'm so glad you're back.
He's hugging you very, very tightly.
So Ariazes, like, does not even look at, like, the body. Like, it did not sink in yet. And she immediately rushes to Selwyn, like, are you okay?
I mean, she has 1 hit point, so, like, no.
Not great. no.
Demonstrably no.
I'm sorry. I should have protected you better. I
So
should
it's
have.
like,
Ow!
we have healers in the party, that's why I'm here.
That's true. I forgot that you were there. It was a lot.
Ow!
It was a lot, okay? There's been, a lot has happened with the deal, and then you were gone, and I just did not think.
I'll be okay.
Salvador is
Eventually.
going to, he's going to use one of the higher spell slots that he has available to cast Cure Wounds. Give me just a minute. You are healed.
Woo.
You are now at 35 hit points, Selwyn. Salvador
Significantly better.
does that cleric-y thing where he, you glow golden, and then suddenly you feel a whole lot better. Like, you still are missing, like, half your health, but, like, better than
Uh-huh.
1 hit point.
Yeah, much better.
It is at this point that Escher finally realizes, how did that happen? What? And he touches his neck where the collar no longer is anymore.
Oh god.
Somebody explain real quick.
So
I'm not
okay.
his husband.
So here's the deal. I need you to promise to not do anything extreme when I tell you this.
I have been a vegetable for 3 weeks. I can't promise anything.
Okay. Well, just maybe just remember that I love you so much.
What did you do?
We made a deal with Shemeshka.
You what?
It was the only way to get you back.
Or you could have just fucking murdered her or threatened to murder her if she didn't. Just saying.
Oh, don't worry, we will. I get to hit her at least. It's part of the deal, but we need her information.
In the back of the room, I don't like it when people talk about me like I'm not here.
Well, we assume that you fucked off like you always do.
Escher
Also,
rounds on her. He's
also
like,
she's
"Oh my
here."
god, I'm gonna fucking." He's like, it's one of those moments where you're gonna have to physically hold Escher back.
Yeah,
otherwise-
I think I grab him.
Remember?
I grab him. I 100%.
You
Just-
demonic piece of shit! You put that collar on me for 3 weeks.
I've got my arms around his waist while he's like frantically, I'm assuming, trying to like.
And yeah, Shemeshka doesn't seem particularly frightened or put off. She's just sort of like, oh yeah, I know, I was there for the whole thing. I saw it. That was just not the right response. She's like, I'm gonna set her on fire. I'm gonna set her on the
But
fucking
that's-
fire.
Totally do that after all of this is over.
Like, oh, she is not. You may have made a bargain with her, but you didn't make a bargain with me, you fucking demon spawn piece of shit. If you are ever alone with me, I am gonna rip you in half.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is fair, and also I get to do that too. Let me help you, Escher.
And Ember like has his arm around, and he's like, "I know, babe, and honestly, if the two of us are alone with her together, we can both rip her in half. You know, I would have totally got your back."
Shemeshka's like, well, technically, you're part of the bargain too, Ember Tremaine.
That's just until this whole Bashaba thing is over. We didn't talk about after.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll hang around for a real long time after that.
I mean, look, we all take our chances.
Shouldn't you be questioning Drillana Nightlock right about now?
It suddenly dawns on Ariazis.
Where did she go? Actually, that's a good point. We're talking, and we need to find this.
Escher's like, I saw her hide behind the pulpit. Is she still there?
Ember like stalks over to the pulpit.
And guess what? Guess what you find, Ember Tremaine?
Oh fuck!
Her body is still there.
Why is she dead?
I killed her.
I can see that.
Simple explanation for that, but
I mean, Selwyn was dead, and I forgot that there were clerics. You know, at the moment of bad judgment.
Well, we need her to not be dead.
I mean, that's true and also fair.
Salvador's like, I'm not using my last diamond on her.
No, please don't.
No, definitely not her. No.
Do we have one of those, isn't there like a speak with the dead?
I don't have it anymore. It was necromancy.
What about the old man? Doesn't Father Ogden have any spells?
What?
I said, don't you have any spells, sir?
Oh, no, you see, that's the realm of clerics. I'm just a priest, really more of a functionary than anything else.
Great, you're useless. Thanks for playing.
You're welcome.
He's a very nice man. Please.
And useless.
Speak with Dead, I believe clerics can cast that, but he'll need to prepare it.
Yeah. I turn to Escher. I'm like, Escher, babe, do we have any... Oh, it's another diamond.
Is it? It's just Speak with Dead?
I don't actually. Sorry, I was looking at Raised Dead. I don't have Speak.
Yeah, Raised Dead definitely requires a diamond.
Okay.
Speak with Dead, I think you don't need a reagent if you have a holy symbol.
Okay. Escher, do you have Speak with Dead?
He says, I don't... Let me check. I don't think he has it prepared. No, he doesn't have it prepared.
Okay. How long does it take to prepare it?
Depends on the level of the spell. Let me check. It is a 3rd level spell, so it requires about half an hour to prepare. And Escher says, I can prepare it. It'll take me like half an hour, but like, can I need a nap?
Yeah, that's
there
fair.
Must be other healers, and we can...
Also, I haven't seen my husband in several weeks, so I'd like to spend some time with him, if at all possible.
No, I'm in like action mode. Yeah, no, you're right. She's not going anywhere.
She is super dead, it's true.
Right.
Although somebody should probably like watch her body or something.
Escher adds, I will need her corpse in order to cast Speak with Dead, so...
Yeah,
okay,
so we should...
where should we put the corpse?
Because we can't just drag a corpse through the streets of Neverwinter. I don't think it's going to end well for us.
Driz says, okay, well, can you read us the description of Blight so we can get an idea of what the state of the corpse is?
Oh boy, I sure can. Alright,
probably not good.
Yeah, it's probably not great, but I just want to be super sure.
It's, so Blight, it's, necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice. They can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it.
Oh, good.
Well, at least it's not gooey.
It's a desiccated corpse.
Right, it's fantastic. It looks great. Like,
Not suspicious in the least.
Right.
Drizzt kind of walks up from behind. He's pretty badly injured, but he's alright. He puts his hands on his hips and looks down at it. It's like, I don't know, maybe we could, like, put my cloak on her and just sort of pretend she's drunk?
Does anybody have any, like, illusion magic? I, like, turn to Selwyn.
Nope. Not this wizard.
I really wish Nyla were here.
Escher says, now see, that's a thing that I would be willing to forestall. Like, don't get me wrong, I really want a nap and, like, a bath and also to, like, cry for at least a day and a half, but Father Ogden, he already sent for everything. Like, when Baku dropped me off, they explained that we're going to need that really big souped-up crystal, diamond, from our vaults. So we have that. If you're ready to cast that, I can cast it, and then I'm going to go cry for a day and a half, and then, like... Anyway, like I said, I am willing to cast that, but maybe, like, just keep her corpse in, like, let's rent a room and put her corpse in there.
Okay. I think the game plan here is resurrect the dead party member.
Yeah.
And then throw the dead body over somebody's shoulder in a cape and be like, my friend is very sick, and put him in an inn.
Escher finally looks over at Drist like, who the fuck are you, by the way?
We're doing Weekend at Bernie's. I love it.
Oh my god.
And Drist is like, Drist de Worden. And Escher looks back at Amber and then looks at Drist and then looks back at Amber. Where the fuck did you meet Drist de Worden? What the fuck have you been doing?
It's a long story. I'll tell you after we all have a nap. We have so much to catch up on.
Are you
I'm
sure,
so glad
Escher,
you're
that you're
home.
right? Are you sure you're up to this though?
He says, I have not done a single thing in 3 weeks. So, to answer your
You
question...
just cast Flame Strike. It was very impressive and sexy.
So to answer your question, am I up to this? Physically? Yes. I would just like to get it over with, so like I said, I can spend a day and a half crying.
Okay, great, let's do it.
Fair.
And Driss is like, okay, and he like pulls his cloak off and he puts it over the corpse and he like lifts the corpse up. If anyone asks, just tell her she's drunk.
Okay.
She got very drunk in the House of Lathander.
She got super drunk and we're escorting her from the premises. So you all head out with the desiccated corpse of Drelana and wrapped in Drizz's cloak, and it's totally fine and normal. And people who pass you on the street, they stare a little, and Drizzt kind of gives them like a winning smile, and it's like she's a little too much to drink. She's totally fine and not dead. It's fine.
Maybe. Okay. All right. Maybe you should not do the talking.
No.
It's fine.
But yeah, you do find a room in the middle of Neverwinter. It's not a great place, but it's available. There aren't a lot of, like I said, Neverwinter is busy. There's lots of people here. So you don't really have, even if you wanted a nicer place, you don't really have that option. All those rooms are gone. You're in the shitty end of Neverwinter now. But Drist immediately like opens a closet and like puts the corpse in the closet and then closes the door behind them. And you've got just enough room for everyone to sit down and everyone to have a spot on the bed. And that's just like, okay, before we get started, does anyone need healing?
It wouldn't hurt.
What about you, baby?
No.
You okay?
I'm fine, actually. I just go over and slap Selwyn on the shoulder.
She falls over.
You're like, how much HP do you need?
A lot. Hang on. So I'm at 35. My max is like 90 or something.
So you need like about
Okay.
40-ish?
Yeah.
Great, I give that to you.
Cool.
I just slap you on the shoulder and holy light suffuses your body and you're healed.
It's a very
Amazing.
violent form of healing.
Cool.
Right. He's like, smack. Here you go.
Slap on hands. Pow!
Right.
Yep. I don't know why you would expect that anything that Ember did would be anything other than violent.
Right. Speaking of violent, Qatar walks over to Ariazis and is like, we really need to work on your anger issues. Just a little. And she's like, that's a fair assessment. True.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I probably would have been in Camp Kill Her, but, we did need to question her at least a little before we totally murdered her.
I admit I did overreact, and that was bad. And Selwyn is fine. And you are right, Dad. That is very true, and I will do that.
So Escher is already setting shit up. Like, he's not even listening. He was completely serious. He wants to get this over with and then cry for 2 days.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
No, fair.
He is setting up the circle. He was given a little satchel by Father Ogden some weeks ago. He couldn't ever do anything with it. He just had it. But he pulls out a diamond that is absolutely fucking massive. It is the size of someone's head. It is huge,
Oh
and
my
it is
God.
perfect clarity. And you are absolutely willing to believe that this diamond is worth 25,000 gold pieces. He says, so true resurrection, and he sits down on the end of the bed. It's kind of a long process. It's going to take about an hour to cast. And someone needs to be here when it's done, because being brought back from the dead can be kind of a process. Some people remember what happened. Not everyone, but some people do. And it can be kind of a lot.
So Wayne's not sure she should be the one that's there.
Probably not me either. I think Sal is the person she would most want to see.
Yeah, I want to see her too.
I mean, like,
There we go.
Selwyn really wants to see her, but also is really unsure what kind of reception she'll get, so...
Oh.
Oh man, Nyla totally first forgotten that.
I died
Selwyn
because
doesn't
of
know
you.
that.
To be completely honest, Nyla, because I think the thing of Nyla, she was on the monster and then she was dead. Like she doesn't remember
Right.
what happened. It was just like,
Oh.
But again, Selwyn
no,
doesn't know that.
yeah, totally. Like feel free to feel the guilt, but like, yeah, no, Nyla remembers
Escher-
none of this.
Escher says, based on personal experience, I would recommend some people stay here to greet her, but maybe not too many, because it might be a little overwhelming. And, just discuss amongst yourselves about who, and as he is talking, suddenly, Selwyn, you get a message spell in your head. Selwyn! Hello?
Ah,
Oh, yeah, Neverwinter. My dear, can you hear me?
yes, sir.
Yes, I just want to let you know, I am back, and so is your large dragon friend, and we are awaiting your arrival, at the inn. The inn that is called, what is this one called? And then he runs out of words.
Of course he does.
He is not
And
good at
I don't
message
have
spells.
sending prepared. Hey, guys, Elminster is in Neverwinter with Baku. Baku's back.
Escher's like, that is so great, and I definitely want to see them really soon, and then...
Yeah, no, I know. Crying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really want to get that out of the way, because
Yeah,
I'm barely
no,
holding it
no, I
together,
feel that.
so, yeah.
So
All
why
right.
don't Ariazis and
Everybody.
why don't you guys go and Sal stays and
That sounds like a great thing.
Mhm.
Yep. And maybe Ember, you should come too, because
nope.
No,
I always stay with
are
my
you
husband.
kidding me?
Escher says, if you
Yes,
take him
please.
away from my side, I am going to set you on fire.
I'm not leaving. I
all right, you
I'm
are not
going
leaving.
anywhere.
Yep, that is true. That's fine. I was thinking about your troops, but you only think about your husband. What was I thinking? Of course.
Yep.
Do
I don't know if you're
really
trying to
need
make me
to talk
feel
about your priorities.
guilty, but I don't. So, anyways, why
It's
don't
like,
you guys come back?
you only think about your husband. Says the woman who set the cultist on fire before thinking anything else through. You fucking hypocrite.
Yeah.
Lol. All right, so who's going? Just the Qatar, Ariazis, and Selwyn?
I think so.
Okay. So if you had to guess, like, he didn't get all the way through the sending spell, but if he's talking about the inn in Neverwinter, like, don't get it twisted. There's hundreds of inns in Neverwinter, but there is only one inn that could be described as the inn. It's called the Black Hawk Inn. It's right in the city center. And it is almost certainly what he is talking about, but he likely forgot that he ran out of words on his sending spell.
He definitely forgot.
Yeah,
He's
totally,
like still talking.
Yeah, he's still talking, and he doesn't realize that it ran out long ago. But yeah, it's probably the Black Hawk Inn, and you can go ahead and head there if you wish.
Yes, I think that's
Yeah.
probably a good idea.
So you have a little bit of trouble navigating Neverwinter because, like I said, so many people here. You don't understand why. Something is clear. Like maybe there's got to be some sort of festival going on. You just don't know where it is. And
I love that none of us stopped to ask.
We are on a mission, okay?
And you make your way over to the. Oh, I guess Drizzt is coming with you too.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah. That,
Yeah, that
That'd
makes
be a little.
Drizzt is like, don't get me wrong, it seems like they seem nice, but one of them is on the verge of an emotional meltdown, and I'd
Right.
rather be with you.
and also, Escher is scary.
So yes, Drizzt is accompanying you. You make your way toward the city center, through the unusually bustling streets of Neverwinter. The Black Hawk Tavern is about 3 stories tall, and it is like, normally it would be difficult to pick anyone out of 3 stories worth of crowd, but this is Elminster and a giant green dragon that we're talking about.
Right.
So that does make it a little bit easier. And indeed, you do find them. You don't see them on the first floor, but when you head up to the second floor, it's like, oh, it's the one that takes up like all the space in that corner, like the giant green dragon. Yes. So Baku, how have you been? How are you looking after this trip? Like,
Man.
it's been long. How's Baku
It's
been
been
holding
a
up?
long trip,
It has.
and they had to pop here and there and everywhere, like it feels like every corner of Faerun, and if Escher wants like a good day or two to cry, they just look absolutely fucking exhausted. Like, Like, that's how Escher feels. Escher's like, I want to cry, and Baku's like, I would like to sleep for like 500 years, preferably.
The minute they see you come over, Elminster flags you down and says, "Oh, Selwyn! Ah, very good. Glad you got my message, my dear. How have you been? How did the reconnaissance go?"
Probably could have gone better, but definitely could have gone worse.
Well, I am just dying to know what you've learned.
Okay, can I sit down? It's been a long day.
Of course you
She
can, my
died.
dear.
She died.
How'd that go for you?
Oh, great, thanks.
Why does everyone keep asking that?
Oh, this is
Because
academic-
most people haven't died.
academic
do-
curiosity. But yeah, he absolutely lets you sit down. He flags down a waiter who he just goes ahead, like he goes and shouts the order. He orders for the whole table before anyone can tell him not to. And Elminster has very particular taste in drinks, which you know from experience, Selwyn. And you're like, oh god, please no, but the waiter's already gone and it's too late. And you're going to be drinking rum. That's how you do.
Mhm.
Okay. It's strong, it'll work.
He says, now then, go ahead, tell me what you found.
Okay,
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
who's this? And Driss says, Elminster, we've met.
Like, what the fuck?
Elminster stares at him for like an uncomfortably long amount of time, just completely blank-faced, and then all at once, oh, Drizzt Do'Urden, yes, I do remember you from the adventure with. It's like, yeah, I know, it was less than 2 years ago.
Wow.
He says, yes, okay, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead, tell me what you learned. He's not curious at all why Drizzt is here.
Okay, so let's see, I'm gonna give him the Spark Notes version. We ran into Drizzt, we found out that Silver Moon was in fact destroyed, my entire family's gone, so gonna cope with that eventually.
Oh,
Yeah, it sucks.
yeah.
We got to the castle, where the lake is. They built a castle, a keep. We found the doors. They're really horrifying, absolutely terrifying. Not looking forward to going back there. We had another run-in with the Shaba. Her face gets a little complicated. She kind of like gives a help look to somebody else.
Drizzt is like, what, me? They-
Anybody explain, please? Ariazis, you were there too.
I was there. And so were you, Dad. And he's like, nope, I am not.
Veto.
He's like, I'm not gonna, that was an uncomfortable experience for everybody involved. No thanks.
Drizzt is-
God,
So
okay.
far as I can tell, Bashaba just stood there for a couple of minutes and then, I don't know, that one started talking to voices that weren't there. So it's probably...
Yeah, I forget if I've told you about Val Elminster. I honestly don't remember.
Elminster just stares blankly at you. Then again, like, if he's able to forget Drizzt Do'Urden, he can forget anyone. So even if
Yeah,
you did tell
exactly.
him...
Exactly. I don't know it. I'm not dealing with that one right now. Something happened. Bishapa vanished. We
Met up with Shemeshka, Drizzt
yeah.
says.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
made a deal
Made-
was made.
We got Escher back. And we
Oh,
got
good.
some information.
Wait, who's Escher?
Baku is like,
cleric.
seriously?
Oh, the one married to the
Yes.
paladin. Okay, I remember that one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Got
Drizzt
him back.
says, and now we're in the process of resurrecting the other one that I've never met.
Yes.
I didn't even know
Nyla.
this was a goal. I've never met her, but apparently we're
Yeah.
resurrecting her now, so...
She's our rogue. She's very sneaky. She helps a lot.
Yes, she is our friend, and we do
It's
want her
my
back.
fault.
Well, sounds like everything went... And then he just doesn't finish the sentence. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it about went. Yeah.
It about went, but
it went. It certainly did go. So, good. Now that we know where the doors are within the keep, where the keep is within Faerun, that should be very good. We have some news about the army.
Yeah, good news, I hope. We found out her army is 20,000 strong.
Okay.
okay. Yeah, we'll say Baku was very happy to hear about Escher because they're like, yay, my friends are back, and Escher is their favorite, don't tell Vasha.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
JK, Vasha, you are also homies, but
Well, yeah, we're homies, but like,
Yeah.
it's Escher.
yeah, so
He bonded with that twink.
their bestie is alive, and that makes them happy, and they're happy. Ember is happy, and all that stuff. But anyway, they're like, oh yes, about armies. Wow, I'm exhausted, but wow, I went everywhere, and I did what was requested of me, and of course, Ember's bannermen are sworn to him. That's fine. They were happy to help, but there were people that I didn't even know who were asking me specifically if they could join. Like, y'all, like, they tick off on their fingers, like, the High Forest, Barovia, Arabelle, my clan, the halfling villages along the river, the Spires of the Morning. They have 2,000, at least, clerics and paladins, all fighting for us.
To be clear, when you sent Baku out on this mission, again, you thought you would get maybe 8,000 people. And the forces that Baku describes to you total about 18,000.
Good God.
Baku's like, I can't stress, like, people I did not know sent word specifically to me asking if they could join. It's unreal, you guys.
Elminster says, it seems you've inspired quite a lot of people in your journeys, and they are all eager to help.
So many people. Wow. And that's why I'm really, really fucking exhausted.
I feel like we all need naps.
Right? If only the world didn't need us.
Elminster says, well, you can do that a little bit later, I suppose, but right now we do have a couple things. For example, there's an army inside and outside Neverwinter that you probably need to address. And it suddenly occurs to you, that's the reason Neverwinter is overrun. All these new people, they're going to fight for you. They're going to be your bannermen. He says the bulk of them are camped outside the city because most of the inns ran out, and many of them can't afford inns or don't like to stay in inns. There are a lot of halflings. They have things against inns. I'm not quite sure of the culture there, but we probably. Yeah, we probably should. He stands up and he finishes off his rum and he says, this way. And he heads out of the inn.
Oh my God. Okay.
Elminster leads you out of the city, the nearest direction out of the city. And the moment he gets to the city walls, he takes a little door that is set into the wall itself and climbs a flight of stairs leading up to the top toward the battlements. And as you get to the top of the battlements, you realize what you are seeing, but it takes you a couple minutes because for a while you don't even know. As you get to the top of the battlements with the wind whipping around you, you realize what you are staring at is an army of 18,000 soldiers, all of them camped out in tents around the outside of the city. It is absolutely tremendous to behold. And it suddenly occurs to you with this really heavy weight that's almost 20,000 people that are ready to fight and die for your cause. They are gathered outside the city awaiting your command. And as all of this is processing in your head, Elminster turns to you and he says, by the way, you should probably start thinking about who you want to lead this army, who you want the commander to be, because he kind of looks out at the ocean of tents and people. He says, well, there's quite a lot of them.
Ariazi's just like blinks, like, wow, that, okay. Commanders, armies, what? Wow.
Elminster says, you should probably start thinking about how you're going to lead this army, because it is your army now. You're going to have to lead them into battle.
Oh boy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And as you are all standing at the battlements just looking out at this enormous army that is just waiting for your command, he says, I was surprised too, but then I wasn't surprised. When great causes are undertaken, there's a great response to them. And he looks down at you, Selwyn, and he smiles and he says, it may not feel like it, but you've done well.
Hey friends, it's your favorite DM, Tessa Crowley. Thanks for listening. If you can't wait for the next episode, good news! You can join our Discord server to listen to episodes in pre-release, chat with me and the other Failers, and even listen live to episodes as we record them. Check it out at bit.ly/cfcdiscord. You can get information on the characters, players, and links to social media on our website, critfailclub.com. Crit Fail Club doesn't advertise at all. We rely entirely on word of mouth. So if you like our show, share it with a friend or on social media. We can't do it without you. Thanks for listening, and see you next time. That's a good question. What do you want to do with this corpse in the middle of Neverwinter?
Oh boy.
What to do with a dead body?
We're just gonna stash it in like a closet. I'm like, where's Father Ogden? Where's the broom supply closet?
Oh no.
I've like, don't get me wrong, Father Ogden likes you a lot. Like, he's a really old friend of your family, but I don't know if he's hide a body for you level of friend.
Right.
No, I'm not telling you. Oh, no, I want to clarify. I'm not asking him to hide a body. I'm just innocently asking where. He can't hear most of this conversation.
Yeah, it's fine. We're just gonna deceive this very nice man.
Briefly.
Briefly deceive. Yep, it's fine. It's totally fine.
It's for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
It's for the GG.
Mm-hmm.
We're all lawful good here, Father Ogden.